Good morning. Rugby League has a problem, and it knows it. I read this morning that Lachlan Croker, a very fine first-grade rugby league player, is retiring prematurely due to his ongoing concussion problems. He says he suffered one hit too many. The problem, of course, being for Lachlan is that he doesn't know which hit was the one too many. The last one, the one before that, the one before that. There are plenty of people who are prepared to tell you one hit can do long-term damage. And that's the problem, of course, for rugby league. I love rugby league, played it, coached it, and have watched it for many, many years. And Lachlan's just one of many who are now considering their futures as a consequence of too many head knocks. He's a fine player, Lockie. 129 first grade games, 128 for Manly, one for Canberra. And now he's giving the game away. And it's a wise decision. Only recently we saw Melbourne's wonderful player, Eli Katoa, knocked senseless playing for Tonga in the Pacific Championship. Suffered severe brain damage, and he's up and about, which is great. He says he'll play not this year, but next. I think there's very little chance of that. And we need to see forensically what they've come up with concerning his injury. Was he knocked out before the game as well? What happened to him once we saw what happened on field? It was horrible what happened to him. And we need to be able to see that the league is taking this seriously. They make the right noises, but this is happening too often. How exactly they solve the problem, I'm not quite sure, because you're always going to get hit accidentally in the head. I think what we do need to make sure of, though, is that the idea of being deliberately hit in the head is just gone from the game. You hit somebody deliberately in the head, you're gone for 10 weeks, 12 weeks, the entire season, I don't care. But they've got to show they're serious about this in a way they haven't always been. I remember, of course, the days long ago in the Wild West when the stiff arm tackles and the spear tackles, and when they tried to do something about that, those who'd been around all said, "Oh, you can't stop that, you'll ruin the game." And then it was shoulder charges, and even some of our best coaches said, "Oh, you can't get rid of shoulder charges, they're part of the game." Well, you can get rid of them, and you can get rid of head-high tackles. They make the game better, they make it faster, and they make it safer. And be assured, fewer children will play the game if they don't start sorting this stuff out. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy is claiming way too many young lives. It's ruining way too many young lives, and they need to do something about it. Times change, of course. You know, our attitudes to all kinds of things. Only an hour away over here at Byron Bay, of course, it was the centre of the whale trade years back. And at one point, the number of humpbacks in the Southern Ocean got down to about 5,000. Well, this year, about 55,000 have cruised by, and they bring nothing but delight. The only thing they've got to worry about is not being shot by a harpoon, but being shot by a camera from all the tourists who come to watch them. So things change, and sometimes they change quickly and sometimes slowly. Circuses, when we were little, we used to love going along. How we can look back on that now, it's fascinating, isn't it? The way they treated the lions and the tigers and the elephants, beautiful creatures, and they were just treated appallingly. Now we have world-class zoos. The animals are happy, and we get to watch the animals in a safe and relatively natural environment. Certainly, things have changed in that area, as they need to change now in rugby league, and they need to do it quickly and transparently. The good news: only 88 more sleeps, and it starts again. Have a great day.